What's up, y'all? It's the King, and I'm back with another video. Yo, this week has been so insane. And I think for me, it's the reality of my situation, just really just sitting in my story and understanding all that I've done this past 3, 4, 6 months. Since leaving Walmart, it has been an adventure. And I've been telling y'all, I want to be on my own. I want to leave Walmart. I'm trying to get out of here into my business. Well, I got to run for my damn money. I will say that, man. I will not lie and say this thing has been a roller coaster ride. It felt like some days I was on the grid, off the grid, just everything, just crazy. But it was worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it to take a chance and a risk at life. Because when you stay stagnant, you stay complacent, you stay in the box that they want you to stay in, nothing grows there. That's my comfort zone. Walmart's easy. Easy money. But see, I don't have a problem with doing the work. I have other problems, financial problems, stability, this, that, and the third, managing money. And so those really came to the front. I don't know if you guys know this, and I've never been really honest about this, but 2020, when I moved to North Carolina from New York, was the first time I've lived on my own. Well, cancel that. I lived in Buffalo, New York for a year, about 9-10 months, but that was a different situation. But this 2020 has been my longest and most consistent time living on my own. And yeah, I have a partner, but when you think about self-sufficiency and you think about the things that you could do and provide for yourself, yeah, it's on a solo basis and a solo ground. So knowing that I have, I don't have the best money practices and things of that nature, that's on me. That's not on nobody else. So even if we are a partner in this team, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing more harm than good. And all my bad habits are just going to contribute to really a shitty lifestyle, a shitty way of life. And that's really what happened tragically when I lost my space in Greensboro, was that I was really taking advantage of the idea that I could live somewhere free. And although I didn't have that direct notion, so to speak, how I operated and how I moved wasn't in a sense of urgency. I acted like I was still operating a business and didn't have bills to pay, or didn't have a deadline to pay them on. And that's really real. Like, you have to learn your way to stability. Like, if you've been living with your parents or you've been living with somebody and they take care of the ink of the bucks, like the rent is paid and all you have to maybe pay is a little light bill and gas bill or electric bill or internet bill, be grateful, be thankful, because to try to front $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 is a lot of money. Especially if you don't have a job, especially if you don't have a stable job and a well-paying job. You're going to find that you are going to have to make up the income elsewhere. And so that first job, that one job that might you be overnighting, probably not enough. And so just understand that, like, when you have an opportunity to grow, save, change, take it. Take it. It's not there for you to chill and relax. Like, if you want to give yourself a little bit of downtime and relaxation, that's fine, that's cool. But you got to get back up. You got to get a game plan going. Like, all right, I'm here for now. This is not forever. So let me come up with like a 6-month plan to get my life together in order, so that I could, make sure that when I get out on my own, I'm good. I don't have to double back here or, go to someone else or find myself in a pickle. The economy, I'm going to tell you how this, right? The economy is going to be the economy at the end of the day. I don't blame anything on the economy. I don't blame anything on the government. I don't blame my shit on food price. Oh, this is that. Yeah, I might say this is high and all that. But I don't blame I don't say, based on this, this is why, I'm not living. That doesn't even make sense, you know what I mean? It doesn't. Let's just stop where I was sitting at and trying to talk to y'all. But real quick, anyway, I just wanted to finish this off and say, you got to get stable and you got to find your way through your situation, because you will be like me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the hustle, the grit, and the grind ain't great, but this is not fun, you know what I'm saying? To try to get a job every day just to eat, it's a lot. It's a lot mentally, it's a lot on your head. You can't really live, and that's what I realized about this. Like, I haven't been living, I haven't had fun, and I don't even know how long. I haven't even played the game because I don't even got a TV. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even went out on a date with my wife because how the fuck we gonna focus, you know what I'm saying? Or take money that we need for the rent, or take money that we need for, like, no. And so, you wanna have a well-balanced life at the end of the day. Make money, pay bills, save, stack, buy the things and afford the things that you want in life while having fun, while enjoying the lifestyle that you create, because it can get dark, y'all. But keep going. Anybody in the struggle out there, anybody might have fell on hard times, keep going. Stay focused and stay committed, because hard times don't last long. So in my life, I've come to understand that we are, some things we can't prevent, but we are, for the most part, we are the creators in our situation. We are the paintbrushes to our canvases, and we are the pen to our paper. And when I mean paper, canvas, destination, whatever, that is our life. That is where we fall at the end of the day. Favorite mentor of mine, Les Brown, states, you made an appointment to be here. And so when you find yourself in a place, in a space in your life, you have to understand that you had something to do with it. And there are certain things that do happen in your life that may have contributed to where you are. But for those who understand what I'm saying, it's us. And for the longest, you know, I have evaded. I told you this story before. I've evaded. I've kind of hid behind. I've laid low, so much so that this is the time of my life where I have to rise up. I have to rise up from the ashes. Everything that I once avoided, I have to now face. At the age of 36, I have to now do it. It's scary, but it has to be done. It has to be done. So with that, I say, I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to have the clarity and the mindset to understand where I am, and to not give up just because I feel like some days that I'm too old. And you know, there's always hope for anybody out there to change their life. You can start fresh tomorrow. You can start fresh now, in the next minute, this moment right now. We have to understand as people, as humans, that anything is possible. The sky is not even the limit. And we are the creators of our story. So, if my dream is to own and operate a multi-million-dollar company, cleaning services, have million-dollar, service million-dollar homes around a triangle or tri-state area or countrywide or whatever my dream is, whatever your dream is, it is possible. We hear that growing up so much, but not until you are older do you realize that the vision that you have, the dream, is only a dream unless you put action behind it. Every day you need to be plucking away. And I'm realizing I'm highly favored by my God, because I'm put on a journey, on a path right now to realize that this has been the toughest, I will say that again, this has been the toughest moments, collective moments of my life that I've ever experienced. From leaving Walmart, even losing my place to eviction in Greensboro was not hard. It was a smooth transition from finding a place to stay, working for 4 months, and getting back into a stable place of living. What was hard, I will understand, is that the decision behind what I wanted to do by leaving Walmart has put me in a catch-up phase where I'm constantly chasing a dollar. I'm constantly chasing currency to secure my housing. So I don't know which one was worse, losing it all or veering underwater, over water, just back and forth. This month is the month, and the closest month I've ever been to seeing what maybe stability will feel like, catching up with rent, and another host of other things that are starting to come back into play. And the vision for myself is to not let it go, to not let the hard work for these past, it's not really even been 6 months. I left Walmart in February, so February, March, April, May, June, almost 6 months. To not let the hard work and the sacrifice and the struggle be for nothing this time. To save, to make that decision to save, even though I barely have ever done it. The relationship between me saving $1 feels weird because I don't have one with the relationship of saving, and I think that needs to be said. I know what I want to do. I want to save. I want to have money envelopes and books that, you know, collectively, actively go towards my goals. I want to do things with my life that will permit me saving, even from my business. I cannot run a stable business without any funds that are allocated to my business, i.e. investments. So I want to say in this moment now that I promise you, King, to move forward. And it's gonna feel weird, it's gonna hurt, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's for a bigger cause. You don't have a relationship with money, but you about to build one, build a great one. And everything counts right now. Everything counts. I just want to be more free of myself too. I want to be more honest, more open, more transparent, with just everything, you know, relationships I have with people, myself first, but relationships I have with people, and just understanding that, you know, I don't have to hide, I don't have to, you know, live in a bubble, I don't have to be on the sideline. I can be active, I can participate, and I can be upfront and open. And someone said it best here, I think it was Miss Yolanda. She said, you can be transparent up until how you feel comfortable now, but 100%. But I don't not have to, if that makes sense. I don't have to keep that away and feel like I'm under a rock and hold myself away from the world, because that has altered me and hindered my way of life and living. Because who I was and how I was, I didn't want to show that to the world. I didn't know what that would look like. And I know I'm veering off in this conversation, but stay with me here, because this part is a dynamic part of this whole thing. You can make all the money in the world. You can have all the riches. You can have the homes, the cars, the lavish lifestyles, the travels. You can have it all. But if you are not one with yourself, if you do not love yourself, if you are not free in yourself, then it's all there for nothing. These things, you see them. The people in the world that are up and high are tragically taking their life, and because they are lost inside. There is nothing inside. Only the things that they've collectively accumulated over the courses of years and years. But the true blessing and the true light and the true love is yourself. And so I promise myself that I won't hold myself back anymore. And this is that video, and this is day one for me. I love you, King, and I think you deserve the world. I know you deserve the world, son. You deserve everything that life has to offer, and you deserve all the things that you haven't experienced plus more. The world is yours. You walk around, you travel around with a mop and broom despite your situation. You service the world. You reach people. People continue to book you regardless. And the sky is not the limit. There is not a limit in this game. It's beyond. You know, to the moon, to the stars, wherever life leads me, I shall follow. Peace and love. I hope that message hits somebody, heals somebody, and can resonate with somebody. I just want to tell you guys that I love you. I thank you for your support, your likes, your shares, your comments, and all of that. I am very, very, very proud of myself this far. I am very humbled. I am very understanding, and I'm very willing to continue my journey forward. And regardless of what happens today or tomorrow, I know that I gave it my all. I've put myself in a different situation than I ever have before. I'm better. I'm in a better place, in a better space. So thank you guys. Thank you for your support. I'm getting ready to do a job. My client is pulling in. So yeah, appreciate the love, the support, and the kindness. Thank you so much. Peace.